My name is Michael Finney. I sit on the local school council over at Goodlow Elementary and John Oak College Prep. And I'm here to support the Chicago Teachers Union and this move against opening up schools that are causing the situation of have and have-nots in our community. I don't believe that this public money, our public money, should be used on these private ventures.
Business. Children are not a 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 business.
Good morning. My name is Wanda Hopkins. I'm the Assistant Director for Parents United for Responsible Education. Today we're here with parents across the city, schools, Chicago Teachers Union. Everybody's here to let the city of Chicago, not just the Chicago Board of Education, know that charter schools is not the way to go. Today I have for you Kathy Cunningham from Hanson Park Elementary School.
Hello. How y'all doing this morning? My name is Kathy Cunningham Lee. I'm a teacher at Hanson Park Elementary School. Currently, there is on the docket a charter school, Christopher House, that wants to come into our neighborhood. It's a stone's throw from Hanson Park. I am here in representing teachers, the CTU, and all you parents and students out there, especially the 150 students at my school who couldn't be here today, and whom I love, who are going to be impacted by Christopher House Charter School. Hanson Park has seen problem after problem, firing of teachers because of other schools coming in. We know that Christopher House came in the guise of friendship and then turned around and opened a charter school right down the street and right next to Northwest Middle. The mendency involved leads me to question how this charter school is going to teach character education and educate the students that they're going to siphon off of Northwest and Hanson Park and Prieto. It cannot happen. Thank you.
We all know that's not right. Is that correct? Now we're going to hear from a student who used to attend UNO, the one who's getting millions of dollars, Yvonne Chavez, who was pushed out. See, no one talks about the charters pushing our students out.
Yeah. Go, girl.
Hi, I'm Yvonne. I'm a student at Little Village right now, and I was a former student of charter schools, and I've been at Daniel de Zumbo, Octavio Paz, and Orizen Open High School, Hector P. Garcia. I've seen a variety of problems at these schools, and in elementary level, we didn't have lunchrooms nor lockers, nor an established principal, and teachers were getting constantly fired, and that was a big issue to these schools, because in one semester I had 4 teachers, and this was a problem because in order to build up a relationship with teachers, it took time to learn and communicate with them. Meanwhile, we had substitutes, and we didn't learn nothing, and at the end of the semester, we ended up failing and going to summer school. I decided to go back to public schools because I'm being provided with lockers, a cafeteria, and extracurricular clubs after school. I think public schools should get more fundings rather than charter schools. I decided to go back to public schools because I'm being provided with a cafeteria, lockers, and extracurricular clubs after school. I think public schools should get more fundings rather than charter schools. Thank you.
Now this is why we're here, the students. Does the Chicago Board of Education understand that they are hurting our students when they bring in more charter schools who pushes them out? So what are we going to say to the Board of Education? Stop it! No more charter schools. Our next speaker, Michael Finney. He's from the Inglewood. He's a LSC member of John Hope and the Goodloe School, and he's here to talk against the Montessori Inglewood Charter. Mr. Finney.
Good morning, good morning. My name is Michael Finney. I sit on the local school. Good morning, can you hear me? Yeah. All right, my name is Michael Finney. I sit on the local school council over at Goodloe Elementary and John Oak College Prep, and I'm here to support the Chicago Teachers Union and this move against opening up schools that are causing the situation of have and have-nots in our community. I don't believe that this public money, our public money, should be used on these private ventures. We have things being taken away. We have things being taken away from our kids in our neighborhoods when we start devoting our public money to these private endeavors. John Hope College Prep, just up until about maybe a couple weeks ago, we were without heat. The kids were without heat. They were in there with coats and blankets on. They had to come down and make some noise, and things got resolved. It shouldn't take that. It should not take that for our kids to be sitting in a warm environment, in a conducive environment, for them to learn. We shouldn't have to beg. We shouldn't have to come down here. We should not be here right now. We should not be here right now. Some of us should be teaching classrooms right now. Some of us should be at work right now. But we have to come here and stick up for our children. So if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. I'm in the Inglewood area, the 15th Ward, and there's some things that bother me greatly that are going on in that ward. But what I do support is qualified teachers in our classrooms, board-certified teachers who can deal with our students, people who don't want to walk out in the middle of the day because they can deal with our students, or walk out after 2 or 3 years after the program that they're in is now up. You know, that's not fair to our kids. I taught in CPS. I came into a situation where I received a classroom, happened to be 5th graders, but when I got them in 5th grade, they had 7 different teachers in the 4th grade. That is no continuancy in their education. So again, I'm here to support the Chicago Teachers Union and putting our public money into our kids and expanding what we have in our existing schools already. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would like for everyone to just think about, when you opened up your tax bill, how many dollars is going to education? Do you think you have a voice? You have got to let the Chicago Board of Education know that we do not want our tax dollars going into charter schools. The next speaker is going to be a parent from the Northwest Middle School. Her name is Diana Molina.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm so sorry, but my English is not really good. I got to speak in Spanish, but I have traductor. Más cerca. I'm so sorry to everybody because my English is not really good. I speak Spanish. I'm going to speak Spanish, but I have traductor. So, cuando esta organización se acercó a nosotros como padres, se acercó buscando y viendo nuestras necesidades como padres. Como padres tenemos necesidades de hablar otro idioma para entender lo que nuestros hijos van a hacer. Nuestros hijos necesitan soporte a la hora de hacer sus tareas. Ellos necesitan soporte y apoyo moral de nuestra parte. Nuestra comunidad está cansada
Christopher House came and approached us trying to meet our needs. Our needs, telling us what our needs are for our students and for our families. They approach us with social services, and instead now they want to come in and put in a charter school. We don't need a charter school. We don't need schools in every block. We need social services.
Yeah. Now we're going to come back to a student who we're here to fight for. Noribia Urbina from Gage Park.
Hi everybody, my name is Nairobi Urbina and I'm from Gage Park High School. I'm here to talk about the background on charter schools. They don't have certified teachers like Gage Park does. They're trying to segregate our schools and take the Latinos out for it could be an all-black school and an all-Mexican school. We came a long way from segregation and we're not going to allow that. They also don't allow LD classes, which is bad because they should have the opportunity as well as I do and all of my fellow classmates. They say that they have better test scores than us, but they don't. In actuality, we usually score better than them, and they're taking our resources, which is not fair because I want to have after-school clubs too, like they do, but they don't. So, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Thank you.
That's what we're here for. Students. Now we're going to bring it on home. We're going to bring in G2 Brown from Cocoa. Come on, G2.
When I say educate, y'all say now. Educate. Now. Educate. Now. When I say educate, y'all say now. Educate. Now. Educate. Now. What you all may not know, and I'm going to ask for people's respect over there in the left corner. I'm going to ask y'all to hold it down. I'm going to ask y'all to please hold it down because this is not a joke. This is not a joke. For those of y'all that got grandparents that came from Mississippi and Arkansas and places like that to try to come to Chicago to make sure that we had a life, they couldn't go to college. They didn't have the opportunity to go to world-class schools. They wanted to make sure that you could stand on their shoulders. By them closing down our schools, creating charter schools, not letting your children go to those schools, what they are doing is denying you as parents, your children, the ability to stand on your shoulders. And to make sure that your children, where they will head to, are these penitentiaries that they are flooding millions upon millions of dollars into. So for every man, woman, and child in this room, I'm going to say, get serious. Because this is serious. This is a line in the sand. The issue is not teachers. Teachers are often destroyed by a broken system. Teachers are often destroyed when their curriculum changes every other year. So do not target teachers. We need to fix this broken system. This school board that's upstairs that you don't have a voice in. There's nothing but business people and bankers on the board. We need a representative elected school board. We need strengthened local school councils. We need a focus on quality elementary education. That's what we need. You all, me, we all need to stand for it. Stand on it. That's what we need to do. So by them creating more charter schools, there's a mound of research as tall as me that says that charter schools are no better than public schools and are often worse. And if I can read it, being a relatively uneducated brother from Trey, all right, and living on the low end, then anybody in this room can read that data and understand it. Stand for your children. Those people are no smarter than you, they're no better than you, and they don't know more about education than you. So to every man, woman, and child in this auditorium, stand on it.
All right, G2. We have a parent who just came, a bus was late, a parent from Molson School. Are you here?
Is there a Jeanette Smith here? That's our last speaker from Mollison Elementary. Jeanette Smith. Where are you, Jeanette? Come on, Jeanette. She's going to close it out for us. All right, Jeanette, let him have it. Speak some truth to power here.
Good morning. I am Jeanette Taylor Smith. I'm a parent and a local school council member at Mollison School and a member of the Kenwood Oakland Community Organization. A first-class education is every child in the city of Chicago, and no one is better, who knows better than the parents, students, and teachers from Chicago Public Schools. Chicago Public School has the answer to quality education, but refused to admit bad policies and wrong decision-making has brought education to a downfall. If CPS wants to know what quality education is, here are a few examples. Service and supports for students, teacher-to-student ratio 21 to 1, a media center with every student gets a laptop, a librarian, a computer teacher, full-day gym, and recess. School systems shouldn't have to compete for money and should equally distribute the money to schools. Schools should hold on. No child should be left behind. Children that get left okay, hold on, I'm sorry. No child left behind has left all these kids behind, except for students in charters, turnarounds, and magnet schools where they cherry pick what students get to go to quality educational schools. School systems where schools are located, money distributed to these schools, it shouldn't matter how many students are in the class. Money should be distributed equally to all our students. CPS is doing unfair and unjust things to our kids, and enough is enough. The new mayor of the city of Chicago needs to know that he has to deal with the parents, the teachers, and people on the ground. All right, Jeanette Smith from Mollison School. We're wrapping up. Thank you all very much. We want you to go upstairs and let the Board of Education know no more charter schools. We want you to put the resources back into the schools and leave our teachers, parents, and students alone. Thank you very much.